Hi, this is the lesson about percents. Let's start by understanding what the word means. Per means over, fraction line or slash. Cent means 100. If we combine both of them, we have per cent or per cent. In other words, these two notations mean the same thing or are the same, absolutely the same. For example, if we have 7%, usually that's the most common notation in the percent form. We can write it in this form. So it's the same thing as writing it 7%. Or any other example, 2.3% can be written as 2.3 over 100. Root 5% is root 5%. In other words, this sign, you have to turn it into percent over 100. Keep in mind, any percent is to be written as any percent. Okay? Now that you know what percents the word means, you need to know what to do with the percents. First of all, you have to know how to convert fractions and decimals to percents and vice versa. And second of all, you have to know how to use percents in word problems. Let's start with conversions. As I was saying, you need to know how to convert percents into fractions and percents into decimals and the other way around, assuming you know how to convert fractions into decimals and decimals to fractions. Let's start by converting percents to fractions. And here is an example, 3% that you want to turn into a fraction. Here it is, 3%. Okay. If you want to convert a fraction into a percent, then you have two methods. You choose whichever you want. One method would involve proportions. For example, if you have a question like, how many percents represents 2 over 3? Or convert 2 over 3 into percents, this is what you could do. 2 over 3 represents, I don't know how many percents. And from here you get to solve for x the way we've learned in proportions. Therefore, x equals fraction line. The one that goes on the bottom is 3. And on the top, you are going to have 2 times 100. You cannot simplify, it's 200 over 3, which is 66.6. Hence, your answer is 2 over 3 equals, you could write it that way, 66.6 over 100, or you can just write 66.6 over 100, so 66.6%. That was the first way, using proportions. The second way, second method, would be have 2 over 3, and you need to get the percent sign from some place. You have to keep in mind that 100% equals 1. So I'm going to multiply this 2 over 3 by 1. I didn't do anything. It's just the same question. So instead of writing 2 over 3 times 1, I can write 2 over 3 times 100%. Remember, 100% is 1. And from here, ignore the percent sign. Ignore it. You just do the calculations. 2 over 3 times 100. I can put that over 1. And you have 2 times 100 equals 200 over 3 times 1 equals 3. And don't forget to copy the percent sign. So 200 over 3%, which if you divide 200 by 3 is 66.6. And you have the percent sign here. Remember not to put the percent sign. Don't take it out of the hat. It should come from someplace. It's either you replace over 100 by that, by percent, or you have it here. Otherwise, it's wrong. Now let's see how to convert percents to decimals. For example, if you have 3%, remember what the percent sign means. It means 3%. In other words, you have to divide this number, 3, in our case, by 100. That would be 0.03. Another example, what if we have 0.2%? The same thing, 0.2%, which equals 0.2 divided by 100, which is, remember, you have to move the decimal dot to the left over 2 digits. So that would be 0.002. The decimal dot was here, and we moved it to the left 2 digits. This is it. If we have to change decimals into percents, let's see what we can do. So if we have 3.7 into percent, we're going to apply the same method as we've used in turning fractions into percents. We're going to consider multiplying, that's a trick. Consider multiplying 3.7 by 1, and the 1, you're going to write it as 100%, remember? So 3.7 times 100%. For now, just ignore the percent sign and do the multiplication. 3.7 times 100, which is 370. And don't forget in the end to copy the percent sign, which is here. Another example, 0.015 equals the same thing. You consider multiplying 0.015 by 1, so it's nothing, it's just a trick. And consider the 1 to be 100%. When you multiply 0.015 times 100, ignoring the percent sign you just need to copy it in the end, you're gonna get 1.5, and then you copy the percent sign. Remember, when we multiply a decimal by 100 or a power of 10, you have to move the decimal dot to the right over that many digits, as many zeros in here. So 2 zeros, 2 decimals, 0.1, 0.5. Now it's your turn to apply what you've learned in your questions. Have fun.